Hello everyone, back to you to today's second video. We're going to have a look at the weather for next week, same day. So today's second video, that's going to take us to around the 12th of May, and we'll be able to extend out beyond that the extended GFS and ECM ensembles. And we're going to have a look at CFSV2 for the next 4 weeks at the end of the video. The weekend forecast has been released, so as always on Saturday, you've got your weekend look ahead, and yes, that's taking us through to next weekend. That's a long weekend, of course, bank holiday weekend. There's going to be a lot of dry weather on offer in the weekend, not too bad at all, despite the little unsettling interruption that we have just been through. Actually, high pressure looks like it's on its way back, so have a look at weekend forecast and see what's going on there. Now, before I do anything else, I'm going to say a big thank you to our latest channel member. We've actually picked up 2 channel members, but the second channel member will get their shout out on Monday. So I'm going to say big thank you to our 13th channel member, Kevin Barber. Thank you so much, Kevin, for becoming our 13th channel member with Gaz Webby's YouTube channel. That's absolutely great. It's absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, Kevin, for doing that. So, yes, if you'd like to become a YouTube channel member, all you need to do is go to Gaz's YouTube homepage, click the join button that you see there on the channel homepage, or the join button is with all of the videos as well, and that takes you to another page where you can see what benefits you'll get for becoming a YouTube channel member and sign up and whatnot. If you can't see the join button, some people can't see it on tablet and mobile devices, you can't see the join button, then there is a link in the description with the videos, and also it gets you from homepage actually at gazwebbies.com. So it's pretty easy to get to the sign up page. So big thank you. We've been doing this for over 2 weeks now. Not all that long, and we are up to 14 members overall. Kevin is our 13th member. So really phenomenal response to this, and just a big thanks to all of you for becoming Gaz Webby's YouTube channel members. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. And of course, thank you to all of our patrons and all of our donors as well. However you're supporting Gaz Webby's, then a big thank you to all of you. So thanks so much, everybody, for doing that. As I keep saying, our promise to you through this coronavirus crisis is that we're going to keep recording, we're going to keep uploading to the channel, we're going to keep the written content coming at gazwebbies.com. We're still updating gazwebbies.com as well. And also we're going to keep live streaming and doing more live streams as we go through the next few weeks. So all of the content is going to keep coming, and that's our promise to you for your support for us. So a big thank you, everybody, for what you've done for Gaz Webby's, and a special thank you, of course, to our latest YouTube channel member, Kevin Barber. Just want to mention this. So last time I put out a video on the personal Gavin Partridge channel, just saying that I'm thinking of changing the focus of that channel. As you know, over the past year or so, I've been doing Star Wars uploads, but I haven't done anything Star Warsy in terms of videos for around 3 months actually, and the reason is that I've kind of got disillusioned with Star Wars, and so I'm looking for a new focus for the personal channel. Let me know what you'd like to see uploaded to the Gavin Partridge channel. I don't want to let it go dormant like it did when I switched the weather videos up over to the Gaz Webby's channel. The Gavin Partridge channel sort of went dormant for about 5 years, and then I brought it back with Star Wars content. But to be honest, I'm a bit down on Star Wars at the moment. I could keep recording videos, sort of ranting and raving about what Disney has done to Star Wars, but I've already done that, and I think it will start to get a bit repetitive, and it will start to depress me and start to depress you. So I think it's probably time to leave Star Wars behind and change the focus of the Gavin Partridge YouTube channel, the original YouTube channel. So if there's anything that you would like me to start recording and uploading for that channel, then please let me know in the comments, particularly on the original YouTube channel, of course, and the link to that is with the description in the video here at YouTube. Right, let's move on, and we're going to start off with centering the temperature. So this is how the CT, well, of course, we confirmed that CT came out at 10.4 for April. We knew that, we said that yesterday. That was 2.5 degrees above average, so it had been a very warm April. Not a record-breaking warm April. That's 2011. And not the second warmest either. That was 2007. So it's been a very warm April there. It's certainly one of the warmest on record. For May, so far, I've only got 1 day in. It's provisional up to the 1st. But May, we're sitting at 9.9. An anomaly of only 0.4 degrees above average. So a cool opening day, or quite a coolish opening day to May. That's probably going to tick up over the next few days, but there will be some chillier nights perhaps offsetting those warmer days in the week ahead. So moving ahead to the outlook, these are the 500 millibar height anomaly flowcharts from Penn State University for the next week to 10 days. This gets us to around the 12th of May. We've got the ECMWF on the top, and the GFS, which we will have a look at in a moment, is on the bottom. So 500 millibars is area, that's your high pressure, low pressure, being moved around by a jet stream running above. Red extrapolates high pressure, blue to low pressure. The ECM is going for northern blocking, high pressure up towards green and extending back into the Arctic. A trough of low pressure. We've got a trough of low pressure elongating down the western side of Europe, and that leaves us pulling in pretty chilly northerly winds actually. Wouldn't be overly unsettled, although that trough of low pressure is probably close enough to bring showers into northern eastern areas. Otherwise, I would have thought we're looking at quite a lot of dry weather, but the main focus with that is probably on quite a plunge in the temperature, potentially becoming quite cold. It is very close to pulling in milder westerlies, though, because we have got quite a strong ridge from the Azores down to the southwest, so it wouldn't take all that much, actually, to bring up a milder west or southwesterly. And the GFS is very similar. That looks like this. So again, we've got the area of above average heights, high pressure blocking to our north, extending back towards green. The trough of low pressure is in over Scandinavia. Winds will be from the north. Very deep trough over Eastern America, by the way. They might get a late blast of winter pushing through there, with the jet stream coming across the Atlantic like that. Probably wouldn't take all that much to bring in some westerly winds. And by the way, when you get these sharp northerly blasts over in the eastern parts of America at this time of year, or across northern America this time of year, when those northerly winds reach southern states and the warm air coming out of the Gulf of Mexico, then watch out, because that's how you get those big storms and tornadoes through the southern states. So that could be one to watch later next week, which increasing chance again perhaps of some very nasty storms and tornadoes down across those southern states. But I'm digressing with that, coming back to Europe and the UK. So we've got this trough again across Scandinavia and northern parts of Europe. We've got the block that's out to the northwest. And so it's relatively dry. The Atlantic is blocked off again, but probably quite chilly, bringing the winds from the north and from the northeast. So as we head up towards the middle part of May, we may actually get a little bit of a cold snap. These are the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles. Next couple of weeks, we're at Ballymena in Northern Ireland today. So if you'd like to have your local town or city featured within this section of the video, then please email us at garethoffice@gmail.com or ask us through our social media accounts. We're very happy to feature your local town or city in this part of the video. So red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for Ballymena, and we're starting off quite close to, or even a little bit below average at the moment with the upper air temperatures. They're going to lift up through the early part of next week, but not for all that long. Second half of next week sees a drop down. There are a few really quite cold ensemble members. These ones down here are impressively cold for the second week of May. They're taking a temperature below -5 at 850 HPA. We didn't see many ensemble members doing that even in the middle of winter, to be honest. That's how mild the winter was. However, they are outliers. So most of the ensemble members are around here. So coolish, yes, possibly a little bit on the cold side, especially for northern parts of the country. But there is a lot of scattering there as well. So from the coldest ensemble members that we have down here to the warmest ensemble members that we have up there, there is something like a 20-degree temperature differential between the coldest and warmest ensemble members. But I think we'll get a bit of a cool down as we go into the long weekend, and then beyond that into the second week of May. Precipitation-wise, a lot of dry weather coming up over the next few days. Certainly the first week of May looking relatively dry. Now we've got that unsettling interlude out of the way that we had yesterday the day before. for. Beyond that, through the second week of May, possibly going a little bit more unsettled, but that is very extended range stuff. So from a precipitation perspective, the outlook is relatively dry, actually. Just temperatures that's got a little bit of a question mark about it. Temperature anomalies from the 2nd through to the 10th of May are forecast to be below average, not just for the UK, but through many northern parts of Europe, actually. Scandinavia standing out as being quite cold. So, yes, could be a relatively chilly week coming up. But dry. Precipitation anomalies from the 2nd to the 10th of May, overall significantly drier than average, particularly for northern parts of the country. That's how the GFS looks for Tuesday. High pressure in control overall on Tuesday, but there is a area of low pressure down to our southwest, a cut-off low to our southwest, and so we could see some heavy rain, maybe some thunderstorms into the southwestern part of the country. By the end of the night on Monday and into Tuesday morning, but then they sort of fade out through Tuesday. This is all covered by the weekend forecast, of course, so have a look at weekend forecast for more on that. Wednesday, high pressure's back in over top of the country. That brings loads of dry weather, and temperatures will start to warm up through the middle part of the week as well. Later in the week, the high pressure begins to drift northwards up towards Greenland and Iceland, allowing cooler or even colder air to start to drift in around the edge of the high pressure from the east to northeast, so temperatures probably start lowering as we go through to the end of the week and into weekend. However, high pressure is still in control, so the emphasis is on dry weather there, but with lower temperatures, and particularly notable, I would have thought, at night, with a chance perhaps of some quite unusually cold nights, actually, as we go into this second week of May. That's day 10, Tuesday the 12th of May, high pressure dominating the weather, still bringing in a wind from the northeast to some degree, so still looking a little bit on the chilly side. But overall, high pressure still keeping us relatively dry, really. Moving out beyond that and heading up towards the middle part of the month, we find low pressure then begin to start moving in from off the Atlantic. So it begins to turn more unsettled as we get into the middle part of May. We're a long way out, though, now. I mean, this is the 16th of May, so we're like 2 weeks away, Saturday, 16th of May. If you took the chart at face value, it's cold and wet, but I mean, I'm not sure how seriously we can take that at all, really. But the GFS, this particular GFS anyway, does want to turn things very unsettled for the middle of May, but I won't worry too much. GM looks like that, so again, could be some rain, thundery rain even threatening the southwest on Tuesday, otherwise loads of dry weather coming up. These dry conditions continue into the middle part of next week as well. Temperatures gradually lifting up too. Over the weekend, we find the high pressure scooting up towards Greenland and Iceland, becoming a northern blocking feature, and that starts to pull colder winds in from the north. So here we go, northerly to northeasterly winds, lowering the temperature as we move through the second week of May. That's how we finish up at day 10 with the GM, which is Tuesday the 12th of May. High pressure out to our west and quite a cold north to northeasterly wind. There's the upper air temperatures showing that most parts of the country are within the -5 Celsius ice-firm. That is very unusual for the 12th of May, to say the least, and it would be enough to produce some damaging overnight frost. Yeah, it's quite a long way out, 10 days away, but if it was to come off, it could have impacts for growers and farmers alike. ECM is looking like that, so again, high pressure is more or less in control on Tuesday, but there could be some showery rain, perhaps a bit thundery down in the southwest. Through to the middle part of the week, high pressure remains in control, lots of dry weather, and temperatures beginning to lift up as well. Then the second half of the end of the week, around this bank holiday weekend, then the ECM starts to move low pressure in across the country. So this is a different outcome again for the long weekend. This is much more unsettled compared to what the other two is showing, and also going for the northern blocking, of course, around Greenland and Iceland. So that's turning quite cold and wet, actually, over next weekend. And beyond that, as the low pressure clears away to the east, we pull in these cold, for the time of year, potentially very cold, north to northeast winds. There's the upper air temperatures, again, showing the -5 Celsius ice-firm digging in there on the 11th of May. And we look unsettled and blocked as we get through to day 10, which is the 12th of May. There's an area of low pressure just here, and northerly winds are digging in. Bear in mind the GFS shows nothing like this. The GFS is nowhere near as cold as this, and it's nowhere near as unsettled either. But look at that. That actually looks like it's potentially a bit of a snow event, to be honest, would you believe? It's the 12th of May, but I mean, we've got the -5 Celsius iceberg from the next part of the country. Got an area of low pressure just here. If it was winter, that's the kind of thing that would probably deliver a snow event. Of course, middle of May, that's likely to bring mainly cold rain, but could bring a bit of snow to like the Welsh Mountains and the Pennines, those sort of areas. But that's the sort of thing we look out for in the winter to produce snow events, with northern blocking and southerly tracking lows running into cold air. So yes, it all remains to be revealed. Again, you'll have gathered as we've gone through these charts, there is a lot of uncertainty from as early as around Friday, Saturday. Huge amount of uncertainty around Friday from around Friday onwards, and it's all to be revealed really. How unsettled will it get? How cold will it get? Will it even get cold? It's all to be revealed, and it's all up for grabs, as we've been saying within the model output a lot over the past few weeks since we went into lockdown. So these are the options on the table within the ECL ensemble today for day 10, which gets us to the 12th of May. This is from the Icelandic Met Office. Have 18 members of the ECL ensembles with a mid-Atlantic ridge and blocking towards Greenland. Trough of low pressure is elongating. Let's change the colour. Trough of low pressure is elongating down the western side of Europe. Winds are in from the north. So quite chilly to say the least, and probably showery for east parts of the country, relatively dry out to west. 12 with genuine northern blocking. Look at that, high pressure centres over Greenland, and quite a deep trough of low pressure digging in from the east as well. So that's quite unsettled, and particularly could be quite cold too. 8 with low pressure more towards our west. Unsettled, yes, but probably milder, bringing winds from southwest. Then we've got 8 down here. Let's change the colour again. I have high pressure sitting just over to the west of the country. That's the most settled option, and probably one of the warmer options. And then 5, including the operational run, that's the run we've just been talking about, of course, that have low pressure more or less over the top of the country. These are the most unsettled options. Only 5 of them doing this, combined with northern blocking, so cold and wet really, with those 5 options on the table. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. We have 17 members of the ECL ensembles. No, we don't. We've got, that's for the 17th of May, I should say. We've got 18 members of the ECL ensembles that have low pressure out to our west, and we're bringing in a westerly wind, and they're unsettled. 13 with low pressure over top of the country, 10 with northern blocking and low pressure down to the southwest, and then 10 with high pressure over the top of the country and bringing in a milder westerly wind. Most of those options are looking unsettled or very unsettled around and just after the middle part of May. So it's all to be revealed where things are going to go, and I don't think we can really look beyond this coming weekend, to be honest, the long weekend. A lot of uncertainty about that, and anything beyond that at the moment, I think, is fraught with huge health warnings. However, we will have a look at CFSV2 for the next 4 weeks before we go. So these are 500 millibar heights broken down into week periods. The first week period takes from the 2nd to the 8th of May. The coming week has above average heights to our south and also to our north, below average heights to our west and to our east. There's quite a lot of dry weather on offer, and we may start pulling some cold winds from the northeast eventually. Week 2 is the 9th to the 15th of May. High pressure then centres in the Norwegian Sea. Low pressure becomes cut off around Spain, probably bringing some quite chilly east to northeasterly winds with that one. And for some of these areas could be a little bit more unsettled too. Week 3 takes us back to high pressure. This is the 16th to the 22nd of May. The high pressure comes back. It turns drier and probably turns warmer too as winds begin to come more south to southeasterly. And then finally week 4 turns unsettled again. This is the 23rd to the 29th of May with low pressure out to the northwest, bringing a westerly wind, so temperature's probably lifting up, but it is turning more unsettled with showers or longer spells of rain. So it's a mixed bag again. As we've gone through these charts, you'll have gathered that once again we have a high degree of uncertainty as early as around Friday, Saturday in terms of whether we take the high pressure up to Greenland and start to pull down those colder normally means. And then the uncertainty and the options and the possibilities just grow and grow and grow after that. What we can say definitively, the next few days are going to be relatively anti-cyclonic. But whether we pull off this cold interlude or cold snap for the second week of May, that remains to be seen. And also, does it turn unsettled as it turns colder, which is definitely a possibility, strong possibility, within quite a bit of this model output. So it will be revealed in the next few days, but at the moment we're focusing, I think, on the long weekend to see what's going to happen there. But certainly a cold second week or a cold snap in the second week of May and running up to the middle of the month is not to be ruled out. We'll keep you updated. Right, that's it for your videos for today. Now, tomorrow, we're going to start off with some summer analogues. We're going to be looking at summers following the warmest Aprils on record. So, a lot of you have been asking me what summers are like when you have a very warm April. You'll see tomorrow what warm Aprils favour for the summers that follow, and that'll be the first video up tomorrow. We're also going to have Gareth's Worthy's Sunday Roundup. That will be your Sunday afternoon eclectic mix of this and that, and we're going to be live streaming on the YouTube channel between 5 and 6 o'clock. We're going to have a live stream. Everybody can check in and see how we're all doing as we remain in lockdown due to the coronavirus. And that will be embedded, or it is already, the video is already embedded actually, onto garethsworthies.com. I'll embed it and share it on our Facebook and Twitter pages as well. But if you want to get involved in the live chat, and the live chat has been getting very busy with these streams over the past few weeks, if you want to get involved with live chat, then you'll have to go to YouTube and ask your question through there. But there will be a stream coming up between 5 and 6 o'clock tomorrow, and we're going to be looking at we'll look at the ECM ensembles, I think, with that for the options on the table, and we're also going to look at CANSIP. We'll look at CANSIP's seasonal model, which was just updated yesterday, actually. So that will look at the potential weather for the next few months with CANSIP. So it should be quite an interesting watch. We'll be taking questions as well. It'll be fully interactive. So yes, come have a look at our live stream. Get involved between 5, starting at 5, between 5 and 6 o'clock tomorrow. Don't forget to like the video, please, if you've enjoyed this video, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. We want to get 7,000 subs by the end of the summer. I'm not sure we'll be able to do that, but it would be nice if we could get 7k by the end of the summer. So, yes, and I'll see you tomorrow for all of the videos and also for the live stream as well. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.